CyberLife, the company that manufactured me, is conducting a user survey.
Hi.
Would you like to participate?
Sure. Don't bother saying hello. By the way, hello! Welcome back for more humans becoming Detroit blah blah blah. You know, I was kind of counting on her to provide the intro this time, and she totally let me down.
Great. Let's start. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
Okay, now this is a terribly vague question. She doesn't say intimate relationship, she just says relationship. And I think a lot of people take this question as meaning, would you have sex with an android? Or an intimate, loving relationship. But relationship can mean a lot of things. It can mean like just being friends. I mean, hell, even like people you work with that you never talk to, you have a working relationship with. So I want to say yes, but I think the implication is that it's sexual, so a lot of people might say no because of that. But a relationship with an android, I'm going to assume that they mean a bit more intimacy than just regular friends. So, would I want a relationship with an android that looks like a human? I'm assuming you mean like a sentient android and not just an inanimate machine. And that's another thing that they don't clarify. Is it just one of these mindless slave androids, or is it like a sentient deviant android? Just because of all these vagaries, I'm gonna say yes.
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
Oh, hell yeah, it already is. Look at the nuclear bomb, for Christ's sake. But then again, it's not so much the technology that's a threat to mankind, it's how other people use it against each other. So, yeah, that again, it's a dubious, vague question. So, I'm going to say no, technology would not become a threat to mankind because it already is in a lot of regards.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
Well, a book, a cell phone, pen and paper, a console. You mean like a video game console or an instrument? I'm assuming you mean a musical instrument. Yeah, a book, you'd read it once, you'd read it twice, you'd read it 3 times, and then you'd get bored with it. A cell phone, well, if we're on a deserted island, I assume it's not going to work unless it's, like, got some kind of satellite connection, in which case, obviously, yeah, I'd want the cell phone to call for help, but I'm pretty sure the assumption here is that it's not going to work, and, well, you're not going to be able to contact anyone to get off the island, and once the battery goes dead, you've got a paperweight and no paper. Pen and paper, you're going to write until you run out of paper or you run out of ink, and then again, useless. A console, you're not going to have anything to plug it into, so it's not going to work for shit. So yeah, a musical instrument is the one thing that you're going to be able to get an everlasting use out of while you're trapped on this desert island for the rest of your life.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Oh, hell yes.
What technology do you most anticipate?
Androids flying cars is never going to happen. I mean, it's hard enough for cops to catch criminals on the run with roads and highways and shit where they can cut you off. If you have, like, the entire sky to run away and hide in, they're never going to catch anyone, which is why they will never allow that shit to be built. I mean, the restrictions they have on, like, planes is ridiculous because they got to keep track of everything in the sky. Space tourism, yeah, they haven't really made the moon seem all that interesting, so I don't really see blowing a fortune on taking a trip into orbit. Like, there's a lot of places on Earth that I'm not really interested in visiting because technology allows me to see pictures of them whenever I want. But yeah, there's definitely something to be said for like actually being in a place and experiencing it for yourself. But space tourism? No. Brain-connected devices. Now that seems interesting. I mean, imagine like being able to go like slow-mo detective vision like Connor does, or having a cell phone built into your brain so that you could call the police if, say, your spouse started beating on your kid for no good reason. That would be handy, wouldn't it, Kara?
Do you believe in God?
No, I don't believe in God, but I don't let that stop me from asking him for favors, and he certainly doesn't let that stop him from taunting me nonstop.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
I don't even like letting other people take care of my children unless I'm really familiar with them. But, you know, if we're talking about sentient androids, that we can have, like, friendly relationships with, I don't see why not. But yeah, that, again, this is vague and dependent on a lot of different factors. Like, if it's just one of these mindless slave androids, then definitely not. I would rather have my kid being looked after by Deviant Kara than mindless slave Kara, because Deviant Kara is actually going to care about that child. But yeah, it's too vague to really be sure. So I guess the real question here is, would you not want someone to look after your kids just because they were an android? And the answer to that is no, so the answer to this is yes.
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
I don't see an infinity symbol. More! That's the answer.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
Yes. Oh god, yes. If I'm going to die, I don't care how the fuck you do it, just save my ass, please.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
People keep saying that that's gonna happen, like, within my lifetime, but I find it so hard to believe. I mean, we don't even understand how the human brain works fully yet, and yet not too long ago I saw a video on Facebook talking about indestructible clone bodies or some shit that they can actually transfer, like copy a person's memories and consciousness into this artificial body and basically let people live forever. And I find that really hard to believe. We don't even fully understand how the brain works. How the hell can we presume to be able to take a person's consciousness out of their existing brain and put it in a different brain, be it biological or computer, and think that it's going to work properly? And you know, the whole issue of like what a soul is and how that works. And to presume that we're going to be able to figure out how to create consciousness and sentience out of computer code when most programmers can't even figure out how to put a decent camera in their video games, and we think we can create living beings with computer code, I find that very hard to believe. And it's one of those I'd have to see it to believe it kind of things. But one day, eventually, yes. In my lifetime, hell no. %65% said yes, 17% said no, 18 don't know. And kind, yes, my answer was no. because it already is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Desert Island, your answer, an instrument. Percentages are a little lower, considering we have 5 options. A console. Why would you want a console on a desert island? Yes, yes. 78% said yes. What a surprise that people playing video games would admit to being dependent on technology. Oh my god, stop that. Brain-connected devices. Yeah, people seem to be most up for androids and brain-connected devices. Flying cars, not so much. Believe in God, no. 43% don't believe in God, and only 40% do. That's pretty close. I think that's interesting. You don't know if you believe in God or not. That's probably the most sensible answer. Would you let an android take care of your children? Yeah. 50% said yes. Wow. That's actually kind of impressive. He said it is more. Yeah, 64% said more. 1% said up to an hour. Surgery, yes. 73% said yes. 73% of people who were asked this question wanted to live no matter what. Self-preservation is strong. Yeah, eventually, but within my lifetime, no.
Welcome to the Detroit Experience.
There's the intro I was waiting for. What? Have I got something on my face? Is there someone sneaking up on me? No? Okay. Okay, here we go. Connor meets Kara. I gotta believe this house is slated for demolition, being in the middle of a commercial district. Almost all the graffiti here looks so good, like it was professionally done and people really took their time. You don't really see a whole lot of shitty graffiti here. 10, 50, 100, and 500. Excuse me, Out of This World was not a shmup. It was a 2D platformer for the Super Nintendo. Stoke that fire. I gotta pay attention to my mission objectives. No. Fire. Wait till Alice awakes. Meantime, I'll go find something else to do. And oh look, another magazine. Wildlife. That is so stupid. I mean, if it's extinct, it's extinct. And making android animals for a zoo seems pointless and stupid. We don't want to take those wire cutters with us. What's this in here? What does that say? Urban farm area. Yes, and that explains the next chapter that we're going to see Connor go through. Creepy animal heads all over the place. See, we got a dead bird. We got a watch. We got money! You goddamn right we're gonna take it. We stole from that convenience store, why the hell wouldn't we take from this guy? And what's he going to use it for anyway? Oh, it's broken. And besides, we get a clock at the beginning of every chapter anyway. Pretty bird. Okay, we've done everything there. Good lord, it's dark in here. Turn on a light. Here's some lights. There's a light switch. Don't have the option of turning on the light. Wait a minute. Can I go to that other door? RA9. RA9. I am alive. Am alive. Occupy yourself. Yes. Just don't cut too much of your hair. You don't want to end up with that that goofy hairstyle that Tracer got with her lightning skin. Nobody likes that. Yeah, what is that? Oh, it's a busted lamp. Okay. Still better than Ortiz's place. Not as good as Todd's. I'd be very concerned about those propane tanks. Look, fingers! I wonder who they belong to. But really? Still no option to deal with that? We have to change our hair and stuff first before we get scared out of the bathroom? Love how they conveniently cut away from that. Yeah, go ahead and clog up the drain. Like, seriously, put it in the garbage can. Oh, I'm going with black, but... yeah, black. Black hair! White looks too damn fake. So there we go. Now I gotta gouge out my temple. Okay, it was starting to make the gushy noise before it even touched her head. There, now I don't have to wear a toque all the time. You don't want to keep the scissors? Think maybe you want to cut Alice's hair? Yep. Surprise! You want to examine him for clues? Hello, other side of the story.
That's all for now. Free to go.
Yeah, it was the bus driver that led them here.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea.
Did I see some desyncing in those lips earlier?
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
Alright, well that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
All this rain washing over their faces and nobody even squints. I mean, I can understand androids being like that, but not people.
Ralph found this to feed the little girl.
Getting water in your eyes is annoying.
It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Ralph will cook. We will do just like humans do.
Are you not even going to compliment me on my new haircut?
Come. Come and sit down.
After all the work I put into looking nice for you, you don't even say a goddamn thing.
That's better.
Now, as much as I'd like to pull a gun on this guy and blow his brains out, I don't think we're going to have that option, so we're just going to use Ralph to get Alice to not like Kara a little more.
Great. Be great. Succulent, you'll see? Succulent. Succulent. Father, mother, little girl.
Please, Kara. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
She said she didn't want to eat your burnt raccoon.
She said she doesn't want to eat it.
There we
Well,
go.
maybe it's not good enough.
No, it's not.
Maybe she's used to better things. But Ralph
No, she's
did this for her, so she's going to eat!
Yoicks.
Go ahead. Eat.
Yummy. You can't even identify what the hell that is. Ask about the corpse. Bluff.
I saw the body upstairs. You killed that human, didn't you?
No. No, he was like that when Ralph found him.
Did you put him in the bathtub?
You killed that man, Ralph. There's no point in lying. You hate humans, but you're just like them. You're a murderer.
Ralph didn't mean any harm! No. It's just that Ralph can't control his anger. When his anger comes, Ralph doesn't know what he's doing. He becomes stupid. Full of hatred.
Just like
I'm
Two-Face.
sorry. He just wanted to be your friend.
Then let us go.
Anybody home?
Yeah, that's how you
There's blue blood on the fence.
go looking for criminals. You announce
No another
yourself
android
before you're even
pursuit.
ready to look inside the house. I mean, seriously, we're on the back side of the house and he called out from way back here just to alert anyone who might have been inside. Gotta say, Connor, that's pretty fucking stupid. If you thought someone was inside, a criminal deviant that you were looking for, you'd want to be covert about it. Look, yeah, when it's Kara, they call it looking, but when it's Connor, they call it peeping. Like he's some kind of perv. What the hell, Ralph? You didn't lock the door last night? Oh, we get to read that magazine twice. Ooh, blood.
I'm looking for an AX-400. Have you seen it?
Ralph's seen nobody.
Are there any other androids here?
Other androids? No. Ralph is alone.
There's blue blood on the fence. I know another android was here.
Ralph scratched himself coming through. That's Ralph's blood.
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, that's already been done for me. Okay. Turn around and look at the thing. There it is. Yes. Oh, scan him. Okay. For instability, obviously. You don't need to scan his LED. Just look at his face, for God's sake. A gardener reported missing. Burn mark, extreme heat. Maybe want to go upstairs and find the corpse. Boy, this is... Okay, God, controller, please. What else? An arcade machine? Androids don't play video games! Can I go upstairs?
Is anyone upstairs?
No. Nobody.
Android is telling the truth. And therefore it's not going to let me go upstairs, is it? You don't want to find the corpse? The human that he killed? No, it's not. Okay. Please, controller. Please. Oh my God. Okay, stop! Jesus Christ! Okay, I'm pressing up and to the left. It won't let me go up the stairs. Okay, we know this now. Okay, now that my options are limited, the only thing left to look at is the door where they're hiding, and then we chase after them. Except that they already got away. Dun, 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 dun.
Connor, what the hell are you doing in there?
Coming, Lieutenant!
Looking for clues. You're hiding under the stairs?
Run! Quick, Kara!
Connor, what's going on?
It's here! Call it in! Which way did it go?
That way. They're headed for the train station.
Holding up. And yeah, let's just stop for no reason. Yay, I get to run! And then there's this god-awful actor.
They're over there!
That's some great pointing there, dude. If I hold circle, will they run faster?
Don't shoot! We need it alive!
I wanted it to get to the highway just so I have this opportunity to get in good with Hank a little better.
Oh, fuck. That's insane.
Boy. Yeet! Okay. So glad I picked casual for this part.
Hey, where you going?
I can't let them get away.
They won't. They'll never make it to the other side.
I can't take that chance.
Now you will get yourself killed. Do not go after him, Connor. That's an order.
Alright. Just so we can be better friends with Hank. You better stay my friend when I start killing people. Androids. Oh my god, I'm so glad I went casual for this! I've seen some of the complicated inputs people have to put for that scene, and it's just nuts.
You okay?
I don't want you to die just yet. You can't hate me if you're dead. And besides, even if you do get killed, you're not going to show up in the evidence locker, so there's no point. Okay. Lots of fun opportunities to be made here. No! Oh, fuck. Gotta love these unskippable logos and shit.
Welcome to the Detroit Experience.
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
This is your story chart. It shows what parts of the story you've explored and what parts you've missed. You can track the choices made by other players and do many other things besides. You can use this chart to replay from any point in the story, but the people who designed me recommend that you play through at least once without going back, no matter what happens.
Yes, I know.
Either way, it's your story.
Okay. Screwed things up. I thought it would go to, like, Kara's story chart first, and then Connor would have a separate one, so I continued accidentally. I didn't want to do that. So, yeah, I don't want to redo anything here. Okay. Explore the squat. Stole the money. I still missed something. What was that? I read the leaflet, steal the money, look at Ralph's stuff. Okay, what was that missing option there? Gotta wonder... Put quarter in the arcade machine? I don't know. Well, that is kind of weird. Locked path and cross-chapter impact. Well, the color of her hair and what her model looks like from then on. So there's an option of not going upstairs. Or there's something I missed upstairs. I didn't see any yellow squares anywhere than the bathroom, so what the hell? D. And you have the option of finding the corpse or not. The police. Agree to sit. I'm guessing if you refuse to sit, he yells at you, and then you sit at the table anyway. And there's the corpse, and then, yeah, the different decisions we have at the dinner table. Yummy. And then Connor shows up, and he takes over. Android keeps quiet. Or, I guess that depends on how things are with Kara and Ralph. Can skip that whole thing and just spot them immediately. Or not even talk to Ralph. And I still missed something there. The hell? I'm guessing that is an option where I just stand around doing nothing while Hank yells at me and then we just fail the investigation. And then, of course, we have all the other options that lead to the highway chase. Last known position, reach the fence in time, or you dick around and they get away without bothering with the highway. Run toward their last known position. I'm guessing these are both failure states. Let's see. Yeah, they reach the middle section, or they don't, and they die. Kara and Alice die. That's definitely what that is. Obeys Hank, or Connor goes out into the highway and may or may not get himself and or Kara and Alice killed. And they get to the other side, or they die. Yeah. Yeah, either Kara and Alice can either not get found out and they go straight to the train station, or they get chased to the highway where they can live or die. And for Connor, you can either listen to Hank and live, run across the highway and live, and possibly get Kara and Alice killed, or Connor gets killed. I don't think there's an option where they all die. Because if Connor dies, Alice and Kara get away. If Alice and Kara get killed, then I'm pretty sure Connor survives. Okay, so now we can actually move on with the story. Or actually, no, that's been long enough. I think I'll cut it here. So, yeah. So for that section, you know, we have the... It depends on whether you stay the night in the car, or the squat, or the motel. Let me think here.
By the way, I'm an ST-200 model. I mean, I thought you might be interested to know that.
Yes, it's truly enthralling. Let's see. What do I think about this part of the chapter? Spending the night in the motel. Squad. I can't really think of anything I want to say about this particular part other than just the ridiculousness of Kara continuing to avoid the police when you're trying to rescue a child from an abusive parent. Like, when you go to the convenience store or any of these other places, you couldn't be like, hey, I'm an android, I just rescued this little girl from her abusive father, could you please call the police to come pick her up and take her to safety? No, she doesn't do that. I guess it's more understandable considering that she shot her dad, but even so...
If you find the game too easy or too difficult, remember, you can change the difficulty settings in the options section.
No thanks. Fuck, you threw off my train of thought. Yeah, not calling the police, not asking for help. And it only really makes sense after you have the big reveal of Alice being an android, because, you know, if you call the cops and say, hey, this little girl is being beaten by her dad, and then you go to the police, and then they find out, oh, she's an android, she's his property, it doesn't matter if he's beating the shit out of her because she's just an object, then it would make sense. But of course that would spoil the big surprise that David Cage had his friggin' heart set on when they get to Jericho, if you survive to Jericho. But yeah, going on the run like this, hiding from the cops when you're trying to protect this little girl doesn't make any goddamn sense. If she's trying to play the parental role of protecting this little girl, she should be willing to sacrifice.
Today.
I look tired every
I hope
day.
you're doing okay.
I do as well as I can manage. you know, it would make more sense if she was willing to, like, sacrifice herself and get in trouble with the police for the good of this little girl. But yeah, it makes sense after the surprise, but from the perspective of someone who's never played this game before, who thinks that she's like a normal human girl, it doesn't make sense for you to run from the police non-stop. You should be like taking her to the police so they can protect and help her. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say about that section. Hank and Connor, yeah, I don't really have any issues with that other than the goofy cop pointing them down the alley rather than, why didn't you try to stop them? Like, if Kara and Alice manage to sneak away, then you have to, like, walk towards the train station and avoid the police, and there's no option to get caught by the police. You always get away.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but I like your interior decorating. It really reflects your personality. I mean, I like it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm on a computer in a basement that's full of junk. I mean, reflective of my personality. I am not a slob or a hoarder, okay? I'm just lazy. Gotta get rid of all these damn baby furniture and shit. Ugh. But, yeah, if Kara gets found out by the police, none of the police actually catch her. You just go straight to the highway scene. Which is stupid. And then you have that cop standing there pointing Connor down the alley rather than going after them himself, like he should be doing. So that's some convoluted bullshit to keep the story moving along that, again, makes the Detroit Police Department look incompetent as hell, which is kind of insulting.
The motto of Detroit is, we hope for better things?
Wow, that's kind of sad. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this chapter. I will talk to you next time.